Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world, and this is gonna be a fun mission for me, and I'm gonna tell you why. I have never ever done the Symes mission with a vehicle, and the vehicle is not named quite yet, but I know the person responsible for naming it is working. Oh, there it is. It's right in front of my eyes. Here I'm looking at the three soldiers here, and I'm going, where's the vehicle? It was right there. And you know why I was looking how close it was? Look at this nice little bundle over here that needs to be exploded. That, to me. And we got the one of these is the Skirmisher Prime. And this is not a gentleman we normally see this early, but it is special for this mission on Legend. So how convenient that he's right with the other neural guys that I would love to explode also. So guess what our opening is going to be right now? We're going to start with the Chaos Buggy, the soon to be named Chaos Buggy. And we're going to go with the large rocket launch, the Vishnu gun, I think, and launch that out here is what I'm thinking. And no, I do not want to move. I want to launch this weapon. So I think, who do we got over here? Let's we're just aware of a mind fragger over here. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take you, Sectoid, and come over here. I may not even shoot the guy, but you're going to give us vision on some of the other ones over there too. And let's see if this allows our weapon to be usable on the Chaos Buggy. So you know, you can tell it's been a while. Oh, wait, I've got it picked and I never picked this. How crazy stupid can I be sometimes? So this looks like a nice launching pad here. Unfortunately, it means these two will probably disappear, but because we aren't going to hurt them enough. But I do like the damage output that we're able to put out, and let's go get it done. And I should see some folks disappearing, maybe? Yeah, there's one. And there's two. And they are excessively bleeding also. Now this guy, on the other hand, is not excessively bleeding. And this guy can launch grenades. So he's not exactly... I'm not exactly one of his biggest fans. I'm going to bring you over here, Tristan. And it's going to be a long-distance shot. But we're going to probably give it a go and see if we can get lucky for some of his body parts. Maybe we'll get lucky. Oh, wow. We took out his head. And I think he used to come with a spitter head. Yeah, he did. So we at least took out one of those appendages, and we probably hit something in front of it to boot. How about that? Now, the next individual that we could bring up might be able to throw, if we're lucky, if I brought you here, and I'm getting us into harm's way also. Let's face it, I'm getting us into harm's way at the same time. Already on it. But yeah, I can reach this guy, do some more hurt, and also hit whatever that little thing is right there. And Sectoid, let's just see if you have a shot on the Mind Fragger. Probably not very good a shot. So I think I'm just going to keep you here on Overwatch. Is what I'm thinking might be better. A short range Overwatch. As long as we can widen it. Well, I guess we can't widen it very much. So it's not going to, you know, I might as well just shoot. And we got the torso hurting, but that's about it. So you know what I'm going to do is I think I'll move the buggy over there. Hopefully we are out. Well, this guy can hurt us. So I guess since we know, we might get mind fragged over here, but we got someone close enough. And I think I got to make the buggy potentially be the one to take hurt, because otherwise our guys are a little close and exposed. Oh, we got rid of the grenade launcher with that grenade, though. That I had not noticed, and he's down to just a claw dude. So I'm feeling, and his movement because of the legs, is down to 3. So he can't reach us anymore. It's just this guy. So, yeah, maybe I set up an obstruction for a mind fragger that could reach us and play it that way. Now, it's a big mystery. We still got paralyzing individuals out there, and we have a hitman who could probably hit us in a lot of different ways. Oh boy, the hitman, you know, as soon as they get evolved, they show up. I don't think I'm going to stand by. I'm trying to come up with the best place to put the Chaos Buggy. And no matter what I do, someone's going to get sniped. So since we have some unknowns, and we also potentially have neural pistols that won't bleed out quite enough, although I saw one of them bleeding 60, but even that might not be enough. We're going to move here. Maybe folks are panicking a little bit. So the snipe went after the vehicle. Thank you. And the mindfragger, unfortunately, is probably going to nail us. It's a shame his mobility is down to 3. We can kind of not worry about him, and this is what I was afraid of. But we do have an assault nearby that can help the situation. Alright. Now we got a guy that came in the back door here. It's another Arthron shield bearer. This one not as bad as the one on the field. We've got this guy who panicked, and now he's going to bleed out. This guy can't reach us, so it's time to turn our attentions elsewhere, is what it's time for. So the first thing we're going to do is bring you over here. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do, and we're going to get that thing off his head. We'll both kind of be stuck over here, but fortunately, the shield bearer only has a claw, and whoever this is, well, actually, that's the big unknown.
Shake it, baby.
And oh, I forgot. We have a slightly upgraded weapon that I would prefer not to shoot in your face. Where's a pistol? Oh no, where's a pistol when you need it? Because this thing also applies acid. Oh man, I am not set up to take that thing off your head at all. So, you know, what I can do, it's going to apply extra acid on, but it'll be on my heavies, and we'll just have to deal with it. Because I'm not going to shoot a Redemptor at someone's head. Oh, no. All right, the acid we can deal with. You know, I can deal with 20 acid. It might, if we're lucky, it might even be 10 per, yeah, 10 per body part. So yeah, the acid's not the end of the world. It is not the end of the world. Now, Floki, I don't think you can see who I want you to see. Yeah, you can't see. So what I could try, although his distance is pretty big. So what I'm going to do with the Chaos Buggy is we're just going to come over here. I can only come this far, but I can at least protect myself against this guy in case he has a gun. And I'm going to shoot the hitman that we know about and come right here. I think I saw an arm come off. And on the hitman, though, I think at this early level, they still have the regeneration. They do have the ability to regenerate. The only thing we can hope, he's not quite going to bleed out. So therefore, guess what I am going to do? I'm going to do a quick aim with the Redemptor, and we should be able to do just enough. No, actually, let's save the malfunction. I don't think I can reach him with a grenade. I was hoping I could reach with a grenade, but I have a feeling he's just out of range. Yeah. Just out of range. So we will take a quick aim shot with this weapon from this angle. Just so we can hopefully Get rid of a hitman. Oh my lord. This is a lot of hope involved in this one. Okay, we did the hope that we wanted. He's gonna bleed out now. He is gonna bleed out now. I didn't see anything. He just didn't see us. So he hadn't found us yet. The Arthron Brute hasn't found us. So that's apparently the other two that are out there. And this poor guy is going to bleed out. Yep, this is the turn. He's going to bleed out. So we can take our time going against the other two. Or maybe we will be able to play it where we just ignore the other two. Can any of our heavies make it upstairs? Yes, one of them can.
Receiving.
Tristan, can you make it upstairs? No. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to start taking the high ground here.
Watch out.
Get the journal that we need to get. Kind of start bringing everyone over. I don't think, since we only know of 2 claw dudes out there, I don't think we have to worry about anything else. And then we can just send the Chaos Buggy out as kind of a wandering individual. And let's go see if we can be seen by this guy. I don't care if he... I mean, he shouldn't be able to reach us, so... I don't mind if we're seen by him. So let's just move a little further, try to be seen. Okay, we found something else, though. Ah, this is a good old pistol dude, one of the wretches. So he would do something, and unfortunately now I cannot fire. So I'm just going to pull back here and protect our exposed troops. And now they do know we are here, and I doubt any of them will run away. We're going to take some pistol shots on the Chaos Buggy. Oh well. Shows you how much more fragile if pistol shots are doing that much damage to a Chaos Buggy. So a Chaos Buggy, while it's got some power in its shooting, it doesn't have a lot of power in any other way. And I'm going to bring us all the way... Why don't I just rush all the troops up to the heights? Because if these guys try jumping up, I don't think they'll be able to do much more than jump up. So I'm just going to get us all up here ready to pick up the plans. And it'll hide us from the guy with the pistol. Now what I could do... Now, it's pretty long range for the Redemptor, so I am going to just bring us up here. Now, the bad news is, I don't think they could run all the way up or jump all the way up and get all the way over to this side. So I'm going to stand in front of the ladder. Actually, you know what I'll do just in case they decide to play that game?
On my way.
At least if they take the route of the stairs, or maybe if they jump up on the balcony and try to come through... we're going to have a little surprise for them. Try entering this place. Now, if they come all the way down to that door, good for them. You know, you can't cover it all the time. And unfortunately, our little pal over here is apparently well hidden. And we don't see this other one over here. Well, I'm going to come over this way towards, and try to angle over towards the Triton and stay away from these guys with the claws and play it that way. Well, somehow he was able to avoid our overwatch because technically we didn't see him, although I'm standing right in the doorway. So why we didn't see him, I do not know. Well, that double move hurt him. He lost his shield, and he will soon lose his life. Now, perhaps my heavy up above... I wonder if you have an angle that far down. If not, I'll jump you down. And no, you don't see him from up here. The heavy gun just can't be angled quite like that. So what I'm going to do is bring you down here. Yeah, see how visible he is now? Or for some reason, we couldn't see him at this close range before. So we're going to trade places, our two friends. Now, the other thing that's a little bit of a concern is the mine fragger. So let's... The problem is, if I bring you a step in, I won't be able to overwatch against the mine fragger. So we have that same old mine fragger issue that we had before. No, we don't. I can step right in out of line of sight, and I can quick aim, because we have the will. And then I'll still have enough actions to overwatch. And if I come in here, that's going to do a lot of hurt. If I come in here, that's going to do a lot of hurt. And let's see if he bleeds out. I need to check his status. And he doesn't bleed out. So I do not right at the moment have an answer. How far can you move? Well, guess what? I now have an overwatch shot with the big ol' heavy. But first, let's do this.
Ready to rock.
And then Tristan, just stay there. And then Sectoid, you're going to come down here and play the Overwatch game for us. Or, because I think we're standing in the way of the shot. So I'm going to have Floki kill him with a grenade. And then he'll be out of your line of sight for the mine fragger that will be coming around the corner. And that solves our little situation. At least in a way that I'm comfortable with. Now let's hope the mine fragger doesn't go back down the stairs and jump up through there, because that could mess up the Overwatch cone that I'm about to be setting here. Oh, we still cover most of that if it's able to jump up. So here we go. And then we have the Chaos Buggy. We know we were getting shot at from over here, so let's head directly in that direction. He's panicked, so we're just gonna... And I don't think the wretches have that much in the way of hit points, so I'm actually going to get super close so I can use my other weapon next turn since he's going to panic. Or let's just use it once now and get a feel for how it is at this kind of a distance and start learning a bit about our Chaos Buggy here. And we didn't take away his torso, but he's panicked, so I don't think... Yeah, that's why he can't disappear, because he's panicked. Very cool. Did you notice how he did? I think he did go on down the stairs and jump back up through there, but we took him out. We can get going upstairs now to pick up what we need to pick up. And before I activate that object, I'm going to come back. And since I don't think the vehicle ammo is a big issue, is he going to bleed out? Yeah, he's going to bleed out anyway. But you know, I don't think I have to pay for the vehicle ammo at this point in any upgrades or updates. Who knows how it'll be with the vehicle rework, but right now I think I'm safe. Firing away all that I want. Okay, let's pick up the journal now. All right, we got 2 levels up, even with a Chaos Buggy here. How about that? 2 levels up. Well, that's because there were 3 less individuals to share the XP with. So that really worked out nicely, especially for Tristan and Sectoid. Very good.
As the world fell apart around us, it was difficult not to feel guilty. Some chose to be proactive and fight, but not me. I came here instead. My best weapon is my mind, and I need silence to put it to work. The history of the Phoenix Project is a complex tapestry. In Russia, Turkey, Britain, Spain, not one unbroken lineage, but a tangle of organizations, each passing the torch to the next with only one goal: to protect the human race. But protect it from what? Did they know about the Pandora virus, and if so, how? The answers are out there. So much has been investigated and collected and analyzed, but it's all scattered, lost. I don't know if it's possible to track it all down, but I have to try. There's only one thing I'm sure of. I can't stay here anymore.
All right, our operatives have retrieved a big batch of documents from the Symes retreat. These should allow us to better understand what Symes was doing and what he discovered. So we're going to analyze those documents. And we have identified 3 key sites that Symes singled out as particularly relevant to his research into the history of the Phoenix Project and previous outbreaks of unusual diseases. It is imperative that we send operatives to investigate these sites as soon as possible, as the strategic situation allows. So we're familiar with these. If you played the game before, these sites are base game. Nothing has changed about them, basically. And we pick up some much needed tech and materials. Awesome. Symes. Symes fought for redemption. He sought to redeem the Phoenix Project, his family name, and himself. A tragic figure writ large. But his story is not our story. We do not have to follow him and his trail of breadcrumbs. So basically this is just telling us the Symes path is not the only path in which to win the game. So the Terror from the Void team has given us 2 options. We can follow the Symes path, or we can take the alternative path. We just have to figure out that alternative path. And with the upgrades that we weren't able to get to last time, it should be a little easier should we try to take that other path this time around. And there you go. Trying not to give too many spoilers on what it might be yet. And we picked it up. Now we got some extra delirium on our folks here. So we're looking at 2 on everybody here. But most of them, other than Floki, 2 out of 10 is not bad. And 2, as long as we keep our stamina high, is also nothing to get too concerned about. So that's the good news. What I'm thinking I'll do in the short term is I am thinking I might do a few explorations, and then when I get my other Manticore, I will use those 2 extra seats that we get initially to put together a team of 5 along with the Chaos Buggy and see about doing Undefendable. At least that's what's ahead of us the most at the moment. So in the meantime, we're going to be exploring. I'll drop off the Chaos Buggy since it got some dings, and we'll explore out of the mist just in case we get ambushed. And I'm still confident, I hope, that 6 without a vehicle at this point in the game is early enough that it's doable. When we get a little tougher and later, I feel a heck of a lot more comfortable exploring with a vehicle. But I usually, I don't know, I've set a benchmark in my head at one point by the January 20th to start using a vehicle more for explorations. But so I feel like I'm in the safe zone. It doesn't mean we aren't going to get hurt or lose or have a bad ambush, but it's less likely early on. So that's my thinking. That's my plan. And for those of you who haven't played the game before, let's get a peek for you all. Here is Rise by Sin by Virtue Fall. Here is Frozen. And then way over here in Central American area is The Prisoner of Ice. It's a cryogenics laboratory. Very fun. I've always enjoyed this mission, but it's not going to be dealt with anytime in our near future, unfortunately, given how far away it is. And I'm going to do the readjustments and then also hand out our promotions before we start doing any exploration. So let's get down and get into our personnel screens. Tristan, you have picked up a proficiency with shotguns, and we're going to have those available soon. And to be quite honest, I'm going to give us that proficiency also. I'm actually going to pick that up because to me, if I play forward 2 and then use the jetpack control, I can jetpack jump and then blast with a shotgun. So I just have to keep you far enough forward to be in range of a short jet jump. And I personally like that synergy. So for you, I'm not going to pick up the jet jump quite yet, just because we haven't manufactured our jet jump pack. But I am going to pick this perk up right off the bat to get us started on the way to where we need to be. Now, what I'm also going to do, just so you can start being able to carry more, I'm going to focus a little extra right now on strength, because we'll have a grenade launcher eventually that's coming up. Manufacturing wise, haven't really decided to build anything. I'm really prioritizing the Manticore, and that's just the way it's going to be. That's just what I've decided. So before I start worrying about the extra armor that we want for our heavies, at least the jetpacks I'm speaking of, we'll start building towards that. We're surviving so far, although it's going to become harder and harder to ignore not having a jetpack, and we're going to have to get at least a couple right off the bat. So anyway, let's go finish up with our other promotion. And I don't think, did I decide how to spend this? Yeah, I'm going to go right here for extra strength. That's kind of what I was talking about. I'll dip a slight bit into the pool too. Sectoid. Now your is a PDW, which is also, I can't build them, can't use them yet, but I'm just going to pick it now, because that kind of has the same synergy with a jetpack, a nice, easy to shoot, one action kind of weapon. And yeah, I'm going to pick it now while I can. And then I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to follow the same path with you. Both of you got a little dip into the Phoenix pool, the team pool, but I like the direction we're building both of you and the flexibility you guys will have. And there's one more thing I want to do. We might have another backstory out there. And let me go look at who it might be for. I believe this is our backstory for today. Nefertiti was the only daughter of a pair of Egyptian archaeologists. Her name, a combination of the queen of ancient times and the more recent fedora-wearing adventuring archaeologist. Yes, she always thought her parents were absolutely nerds. Regardless, she got a good education, at least until the war broke out, and she was left by herself. An academic career her parents wanted for her, now an unrealistic dream. Knowing books would not be the skill to save the world, she sought military training where she could. Surely enough, militias were popping up over every hill, and she signed up, learning weapons, tactics, explosives, and realizing as a woman in a rough part of the world, she'd have to prove herself. Plenty of heavy lifting. One of the obscure militia groups was Phoenix Command. She'd almost forgotten about it when the call came to rendezvous with another cooperative codenamed Servando. Militias sure like their code names. Led by a Synedrian guide, the mission was to head to the secret North African base and boot up operations. she'd seen eccentric folks on the training camps. But this lot, and I agree, was something else. It's going to be an adventure. So thank you, Nefertiti, for the backstory there. Okay, so let's finish up with the personnel now. One thing that I got to do... Oh, and we got a couple trainees that were sitting here resting and not picking up their second point of delirium that also got some promotions. So we're not done with our promotions. How about that? And I think I'm going to go with Die Hard now. I just don't want to be caught without it. And I'm not going to pick up Hunker Down right now because I feel a spot of strength is more important for our survivor, Gleaser. So that's the way we're going to spend your promotion SP. And then EcoBot, welcome aboard also. And you know, I'm going to... Commander's actually going to think of his soldiers for a change and pick up Die Hard. So the last thing I want to do as a commander is have somebody die before I pick up Die Hard. If you want my opinion, I think that's a smart move by Commander. Now I'm not gonna spend on SP for you just yet. I want to save up so we can pick up quarterback, maybe even both of these. We'll figure that out. And let me know if you have a chance, if you've catched this video, if melee weapons interest you. I'm just curious what your feeling on an assault with a melee weapon is. And there you go. Congratulations. Now, we're then going to park our vehicle, the Chaos Buggy, here in the base, just so we can get spruced up while we're out exploring. I will keep, at the moment, Tristan, Sectoid, Floki, and we'll let you guys continue to train just a little bit more. And we're going to keep the original team to do the explorations. Just because they can be a little tricky, I want the highest level soldiers that I have at the moment to be risking. Yeah, and they're all level 4. So I want all these folks risking their lives because they have between them all, they have the best combination of abilities to hopefully help us out. Also, if you notice though, because of that last mission and these guys training and catching up, they're not far behind. So we're going to be interchangeable here pretty quick. And I'm going to fly. I think I'm going to cover a few places in the African continent to get us started. In fact, I'm going to head over here so we can start seeing a few things near the mist. That's going to be my first priority, although I'm going to head down this way to get there.
Research complete.
And we finished the Disciples of Anu shotgun, so that is now available. We can build ammo for it, and that's going to be a nice tool for us. In addition to that, Disciples of Anu equipment. Well, I wonder what other equipment they're talking about, because we have the main one, the shotgun. So I'm not sure. Well, there's the pistol, Nurgle's Wrath, but we kind of picked that up and got the Berserker class unlocked. So I don't know if this one's high priority. Let me know if I'm just not thinking of enough. Anu equipment could be the initial the initial mallet too could be unlocked. I forget that obviously the name is escaping me. But let me know if you have a better understanding. Obviously, I can look it up between episodes, but y'all can make comments too if you can remember specifically what this unlocks. And our other research research lab has completed, because now Pandoran colonies, which gives us a nice payoff, is down to 1 day. So there's a lot more of these that are down to 1 day that I'm going to start being able to pick to help us with our resources and gain better resources. One exception I'm going to make to guess what? I'm moving this one up next, just because when we get our airship going, we're definitely going to want to prioritize that at some point. And it's probably why I'm not going to spend too much here, because the FAR module can be a little pricey also. And so once that's researched, I'll know better what I need as far as extra resources to get it built and going. I definitely want to get access to laser weapons also. So I'm going to go in this order at the moment. Yeah, once again, putting off the improved medkit technology. Oh boy. So there you go. And let's keep moving. Matters of the heart. Our operatives report that stretching across an entire valley is a field of human hearts, interconnected by thin strands of connective tissue and slimy, pulsating veins. The effect is deeply hypnotic, and looking at it for too long causes a strange feeling of one's own heart becoming synchronized to the beat. So I think what I'm going to do, we have three choices: setting up a monitoring station and collecting data, and it costs materials and tech to do that. We can sabotage it, which obviously would, that's an obvious one that would please New Jericho, and a chance it would quite upset disciples of Anu. Not so sure about Synedrian. And then we can let it be, which probably wouldn't upset anybody. But I have a feeling if we monitor this thing and collect data, that's kind of the code word for research. And any speed up of our research right now is greatly appreciated. I can afford this, and that's what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, that's nice. There seems to be a connection between the speed at which the hearts beat and the movements of nearby Pandora virus creatures. But the hearts don't seem to be controlling the creatures. Is it possible that we're monitoring a monitoring station? Does this bizarre network represent some sort of analytical organ? As usual, we are left with more questions than answers, but every clue counts. So, look, yeah, our research is greatly advanced. Well, I don't know if that's showing it yet, but I think our research will be greatly sped up now. Oh, yeah, I think it already helped, because that was much longer when we started, unless that's just the time that went off, and all of a sudden as I hit speed and start the time flowing, it's going to finish. So we'll find out. And also, we got ourselves another mist bloom.
Research complete.
All right, yeah, so we just got the benefits of that research that we just got, and we can make sure the next research is still what I want. And let's just look also in manufacturing. I want to see vehicle-wise, the FAR M. Yeah, we can't afford it right now, so I'm going to have to start prioritizing resources to be able to get that built. Right now, I can only get 2 extra soldiers moving along with us, and well, we'll just have to deal with that. So, yep, there you go. And manufacturing-wise, anywhere else, it's probably, we're not quite done with the Manticore, but obviously we have our Golem armor, which can help us with the jet jump. And we have grenade launchers that need to be built. We have iconoclasts that could be built if we decide we need more. So we're going to need to start freeing up manufacturing pretty quick also. So I'm going to keep, well, let's check our research right now. I think I want to keep this, but before I do the med kit, I want to squeeze in one of these. This is 65, 125, 3. This one gets us, so Pandoran colonies will be next, because that helps us get us the extra materials I would need for the FAR M. So I'm going to put that one in there. I'm going to move it up, and I'm going to put it behind this reverse engineering. I want to get that first, and then we'll work on getting the resources to build the FAR M. And I'm not going to spend, even though I'm going to get the FAR M going, I'm really focused on getting this airship fully functional as quickly as possible. And then we'll start looking at the gear that we need to start upgrading. And that's the order I'm going in, whether you agree with me or not. There's many schools of thought, and this is the way I'm going to go with it this time. So let's head over to our next site. Now this is very bizarre. Is there any mist blooms appearing other than in Africa? That's called keeping it local, and it's also called keeping us giving us a chance to react by keeping it where we are and near our location. I've never had all 4 mist blooms be so compact like this. That's really bizarre, but it is kind of cool because I've done my fair share of chasing things around the globe. So this is a nice little taste of a nice little flavor that we have going here for this particular playthrough. Let's keep going. Another exploration site. Let's go to them all. Let's go. The Manticore 1 has landed on the outskirts of an abandoned town. There is a huge shopping complex here, built out of concrete and glass. Now, the doors have been smashed, but most of the shops and goods are actually intact. So therefore, we shall search. Oh, so much for waiting around. We got what we needed, and the Far M is going under construction immediately. Wandering around is like going back in time 20 years or more. There's so much wealth here. It's hard to understand why so many people in the old world were poor. All right, let's get into manufacturing real quick. And I'm just going to back up right after the Manticore, which is done in less than a day, and we're going to start the Far M module and get that under construction too. And somewhere in that process, that building time will be reduced because we have that other manufacturing, and we still have good enough resources to get by for the time being. So that's the way we're going to play it. You guys will breathe easier once these 2 things are built, the Manticore and the Far M, because I know a lot of you want new gear, and we'll get there. We shall get there. Now, I'm going to make the jump if I can. Well, since I can't make the jump direct to the next place by the mist, we're going to go here first. And then, so let's also wait for the Manticore. Then we can head back to base and get our next mission going. Oh boy, a sleeping beauty awakes. We have received data from the MAI Core 12B/735, previously reported as lost. Likely hypothesis? Found, repurposed, an AI core firewalled for use as a non-sentient aerial vehicle. Parsing video and audio log. One of our Manticores is back online? After all this time? Let's watch the recording. We see a lush but alien landscape, a basin covered in marine blue trees and twisting red pulsating vines. The ground is sprinkled with thousands of eggs, or egg-shaped objects of various sizes. A Synedrian Helios hooks up one of them and carries it away. You hear radio comms through the static. This is Citizen Eileen, package secured. Now approaching source of previously reported signal. I'll be damned. That's a Manticore. Well, the scabs who were using it lately won't be needing it anymore, poor bastards. Hey, the AI core is back online and it's requesting a handshake. Yes, Sleeping Beauty, you are welcome to come along. This must be the Synedrian expedition sent to investigate the Hammerfall crater, but it can't be. Where did all this vegetation come from? All right, let's keep flying. Home improvement. We're finally getting sites that have the chance to give us resources. After a cold start, we're starting to get our fair share. I'm excited about that. Our operatives have set down outside an abandoned shopping complex. Boy, we're just hitting mall after mall after mall. Like, what do you know? It looks like the main building here used to be a hardware store. There's bound to be some items and materials that we can use. Yep. Not as good of a haul as the last mall, but good enough. Other people had the same idea long before us. That's why we didn't find as much. But luckily, this was a big store, and there's still a lot left. All right, now I'm going to cover from the mist here to see if we're looking at havens or other sites.
Construction complete.
So our living quarters are also constructed, so we can also look at utilizing those. And the first thing I'm going to do is come back in here and see if that one sniper is still available, the troublemaker privilege. Not totally thrilled with the privilege, but it's the cheapest individual I can pick up right off the bat, and she can start training, and we'll get renamed for next episode, although I already know who it will be. And we now have our second sniper. Once again, with we got the same problem here. No armor. we need to get these 2 airships built so we can start building that other stuff that we really need. So let's get back to the GeoScape now that that's done. And are we here? No, we are here, so let's explore. And it is a Synedrian haven, so if it gets attacked out of this mist, at least we know what's there. In 6 hours, the Manticore will be ready. I'm going to take that time to explore here, and we'll run over that 6 hours. Well, maybe not. It's a short flight. And we got more recruits available, but I'm not going to hire any more right away with our food at that level. And we have repaired. Something else is also repaired in our new base. So let's just take a look at our East African base. And guess what? Everything is back up now. The fabrication plant, so our stuff will be built a lot faster now. And we'll be able to start scanning. So if we get attacked from the nearby mist bloom, once the satellite expands enough, or the coverage, then we might be able to find ourselves another Pandoran base too. So that's all good news. It's got to expand a little bit more than 26% to start reaching into the mist. Are we here yet? Yes, we are.
Research complete.
And we have finished reverse engineering our pistol. So we can now at least make the ammo for it. Thank goodness. Servando. And in the meantime, it should unlock more, and that is a laser weapons, which is a nice one to put over here. So the Pandoran colonies will get some more supplies, which will help us out because we're going to need to be building stuff as soon as our airships are done. And then manufacturing-wise, this is down now to 2 days and 1 hour here. So I'm thinking, let's finish this research first, or this exploration. And the new aircraft will go to our main base here. And we have 2 havens that we found. So we will halt temporarily our exploration down here. And we are going to head back up here as quickly as we can. We are going to equip our 2 airships. That means I'll have, in the ship flying up there now, we will have 3 individuals and the Kaos buggy, and then in this ship we'll have 2 more that we can fit, because that's all we can fit before the Far M module is built. And we're gonna pop up to undefendable right away.
This is a transmission to the world. We are the Pure, and our time hiding in the shadows is over. Squads of our chosen warriors are already combing the world in search of resources and technology that will help us defeat the Pandoran threat. A word of warning, don't get in our way. We will show no mercy. We will allow no bargaining. We are the Pure!
Okay, this is the official notice that the Pure can be out there. They can attack havens. So when we go into a haven, we could be fighting the Pure. They can also now ambush us. So the threat levels of ambushes has greatly increased, especially if we end up facing the Pure. So that's a big one, and we're sitting around the 11th. Yeah, so there's a risk facing the Pure, but like I said, we'll try and get the vehicle on our exploration teams as soon as we can with the Pure out there. All right, we're back at the base. Nothing else has popped up quite yet. The mist blooms are expanding everywhere. Let's get our team for undefendable figured out. And yeah, we have an empty ready slot with our new sniper to be named later. So I think what we'll do is this is a non-mist mission that we're going into. This is a non-pickup, problem. So I'm gonna take you three off. Because if I'm gonna be going in against New Jericho, I want my infiltrator. I want a sniper. And then Nefertiti has a little bit of speed to get to a computer terminal. Now I need more help than that. One of what I need is the Chaos Buggy, recently repaired. And then on the Manticore 2, the question is, do I need 2 heavies? Or do I need 1 heavy and 1 assault? I think I want 1 more bit of speed with the assault. So Tristan, we're going to give you a little seat on this one. And the reason I'm doing this, I'm less thrilled on this particular mission with heavies that can't jet jump. So I do want a heavy in case we need to stand up to them and have a big heavy gun. But since we're a little less mobile on this one and they do have jetpacks, I'm going with the mobility and speed. And what I'm going to do, what I've decided, so this is our team that's going to go out up here. And what I've decided I'm going to do on the way is we are going via Chaos to see if we can find anything fun that could help us against the Pure. Remember, at least one of them, if not more, will have rockets on their shoulders. So if we can find something else heavy hitting to help offset that, I'm all for it. And hence we do have materials to afford a weapon upgrade, and that's where we're going. I just hope it's not a research I want, because I don't quite have enough materials for that situation. And let's find out if we have any interesting weaponry. Tiamat, we have another vehicle we could purchase. Aircraft technology. There's not a lot of guns. Well, we do have a subjector. And against them, now, it does add poison, which could help against them. And that's really the only weapon upgrade we have to buy right now. I don't think there's any really vehicle upgrades that I'm aware of or totally interested in for a Chaos Buggy. Not even the armor plating. Reduces the effect of blast damage by half. You know, this is a rocket mission, but for the cost, I just can't afford that right now. So I'm just going to go with the subjector at the moment. And we're going to play it that way. And then let's get up here to our next mission. And this is it. Subject 24 has provided us with the location of the New Jericho Research Facility conducting experiments in human augmentation. Due to the secret nature of the facility, security is likely to be light. Yeah. Yeah, let's find out after we get there. The goal is to get the research data located within the facility. There is no need to eliminate all the defending security personnel. And, oh, I didn't fly our other ship there, so guess what? Whoops! I'm not used to having both ships on a map. How silly can one be? I'm gonna drop off here anyway on the way. We're just gonna repeat the path.
The New Jericho Haven is under attack.
Ooh. Well, guess what? We need to take a little detour over here. Now they're going to defend themselves, but guess what? I want the resources and the payoff that we would get from handling this mission. So we're going to fly over here, and it looks like there's not a lot of time, and then there's also a chance that if it was taken from over here, we're going to find a nest also. Because we didn't see the nest from the Synedrian one that probably came from this mist bloom. So this is probably our second chance to see this one. So the odds, I think, start getting a little better the more often this happens. So we're going to fly this aircraft over here direct. And Undefendable is now once more on the back burners. And we're going to come here. And we have another enemy invasion. Where? Well, let's find out. Oh, wow. Oh, this is the Pure. I was going to say, wait, there's no mist over here. How is that happening? Well, guess what? That's the pure for you. That's the pure. And it looks like, you know, we're lucky that Anu will survive the pure on this first attack, because there's no way we could have gotten there. So there you go. Let's continue with our mission over here. One is there, it's nighttime, but we have to get our other ship there. I'm not sure where the day... Yeah, it's probably just going to be a freaking old nighttime mission, unfortunately. That means hitmen are going to be out there, and they're dangerous. Quite dangerous at night. Alright, and there's no way we can wait long enough to make it become the daytime. Oh, yes we could. We could try. I could slow down time and make sure that we can do this mission before the time runs out, or see if daytime hits. Because I would much rather fight in the daytime any day. It's maybe a pain to let the time go by and waste some time when we could be doing other things. We're on the 12th. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna waste a few hours because it's not that far away. And I'm only doing it slow so I can keep better track of how this is changing. So if I have to stop the time because it doesn't get here in time, it's a lot easier to do it when it's slow. And it looks like the daytime will just barely pass us. In fact, sometimes it's right before the daytime marker passes, and let's check it out right now. And guess what? It's daytime. So let's get our team and double check the equipment for this team and make sure we are ready to get out there. And I am ready with, yeah, this is a good balance right now because I'm shooting them out singly. 6 is probably a pretty good number. Servando, we're going to give you a new weapon for the moment. And what that allows me to do is also then, since you're complaining about me standing you in the open a lot, in fact, there's one more thing I have to do. You wanted this to be white. We had a little miscommunication. I don't know, is I guess number 1 is the white. Oh wait, this is even more white. Now that's white. So there you go. You got it. You got the color you ultimately wanted now. Took me a while to get to the mission to change it, but you got it. And you're ready to go. Nefertiti, we got your nice backstory done, and this should be enough. This should be good. And that's the way we're going to keep it. In fact, not that I want to pick up privileged right away, I'm actually going to give you a little shot of will. And the Chaos Buggy is all set and ready. And Sectoid, let's just make sure I got the same. Yeah, Sectoid and Floki are next. And that'll be the final 2. Now you can carry one more item. We got backup ammo. That's important. And 3 grenades is probably more than enough. And so we'll go with the extra med kit. And finally, Floki. You got the nice weapon. I think it's still at 0% malfunction. In fact, I don't have anybody else. Oh, I do have somebody else I can give that to. Whoops. Nefertiti, I went right by you. Nefertiti, we're going to give you an upgrade for this mission. It'll come in handy also for the pure mission, so we might as well put it in your hands right here, right now. And we're going to play it this way. And so finally, Floki, you're the last one, and you're all good. You're great to go. And I wasn't sure about picking up your PDW proficiency. Although for you, you know, I'm gonna just pick it up now, even though we can't even build them yet. And we'll do that. I'm thinking positive and thinking for the future that we will eventually be able to pick up our PDWs and eventually, hopefully, be able to build them up to a laser quality. So that's a team that's going out, and as usual, that'll be next time. As if you couldn't tell for the length of this mission. But I'm looking forward to this upcoming battle to get us some more resources. Hopefully we don't overspend on materials and we can start gaining. That's where we seem to need it the most. And other than that, I'm planning to do, and I'll just show you this upgrade, and I'm planning to do a little video about the latest update, and this is my first recorded episode with that new update. And they fixed this little problem where these were overlapped in our particular resolution that we use for recording, the 4K resolution. So there's lots of other fixes. Keep your eyes and ears open, if you haven't seen it already, for the little video I'm going to do about the most recent update to Terror from the Void. And that's all I have for you today. This is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching, and I do hope to see you next time.